Straight into this grand final clash between Brothers and Ross River, and it's Brothers on the attack. Now where's Shearer? Here he comes. Let's see if he can do something stupid. And he does. Poor ball handling skills for the start of this match. No wonder that National Rugby League club got rid of him. Anyway, back to the football. Scrum set. It's Roscoe looking as Morton feeds the scrum. Holding. Ball's coming out the back now. What will Morton do? Can be quite tricky in these grand final occasions, but it's Searle who does a flick back to Morton. Jinx penalty. Great decision by referee Stefan Mussaf. In fact, I think it's probably his first right call of the season. Straight back to it. Redskins feed. Oh, this has happened so many times. Sticks Brown in the second row has let off an absolute beauty. Everyone's come up for air just to let it clear a bit. Now they seem set. McClellan to feed the ball. It's set. Gary Lewis working hard. Up the back there. Another knock on. I don't think this lad knows what he's doing. He actually bought that headgear so he wouldn't be recognised part and parcel after the game. Well, mind you, that number 9 is going to stick in the mind of many a person to come in the future. Shearer praising the Lord. His hands must have worked because he's actually found touch for the first time in the game as Brothers take the feed. Flick back to Morton, out to Martin, flicks to Crocker. Crocker runs through, 3 men to take him down. Keep on moving. Martin now at the back line to Moore, out to Moody. Moody's taken, Darb over the top. Ball set, can Redskins win it back? McClellan at the back there. Draws the penalty. Mussaf having an outstanding game. 2 penalties to the Redskins in as many minutes. Shearer with the ball again, looking quite cute in that headband there. He's got to realise that when he does tape up his head, cut or not, that it should actually go over the ears. But anyway, quick phase of play. That's how well these Redskins are playing. Ball in the air, chase on. The safe hands of Fanning. Fanning doesn't get around the first defender in Brendan Lane. Confusion now, the kick again, that's something different. See what can happen here. Directs it to the post. Will he hit? Yes, he does. Superb accuracy. Now Fanning will clear up again, proving a bit of a thorn in the Redskins' side in the early stages of the match. I think they're calling for the best looking bloke in the Redskins outfit to actually throw this ball in. They haven't actually nominated anyone, but surprise, surprise. Darb Gary Lewis has decided to throw it in himself, nominated himself as the best man of the team as Sticks Brown gets up to take the ball down. He comes back in. Lewis, he thinks he's a halfback. He's in there again. Al McClellan puts the boot. Great kick there in goals, but it's Fanning again who will clean up. I doubt it if this will actually find touch. It doesn't. It's bounced up around with Two Dads. Now, Two Dads is an angry man, of course. Having the 2 dads, he is very angry, as both his parents were related before he was born. Now it's McClellan. Shearer, terrible pass over the head of Schomburg. Picked up by Father Time, the oldest man playing rugby union in Australia. And they actually fell for his dummy, but true to form, he gives away the pass. Brothers now set with the maul. Driving forward over the top of some feeble Redskins push. Morton to pick up the ball. Back to Martin. Martin takes the clearing kick. Brothers under quite a bit of pressure.
If your vehicles aren't moved, they will be towed away.
Seems a bit of confusion here. That car actually does belong to Captain Michael Anderson, and I dare say the coach may drag him from the field, say midway through the second half, so he can remove his car before it does actually get taken from the car park. But anyway, back to the football. Broken up again. Sticks Brown in there again. The guy's making a million yards. That's Philpott's first touch of the ball, actually. It's good to see the veteran get himself involved. Back to the line out, Lewis. Lewis doesn't actually know too many numbers, so he just says, hey, Sticks, catch this. Let's see what happens. He doesn't. Now it's Hanron on the charge. Hanron goes for a weak tackle by Wilson, but manages to drag him to ground. I don't think Wilson knows what he's doing there. The man they call Fraggle. Big Dowdy now, isn't he a big man? Look at him. Casarelli, wrapped up by McClellan, I think it is. So many headgears out there by the Redskins people. We actually think that might have been the first tackle of the season to Gordon Allen. Of course, Gordo's looking for a big game with his old man here to watch him. Our brothers go left. Some good defence there by the Redskins, but McClellan looks to be struggling to stay on his feet. See what he can do. Oh, falls over again to add to the problem. Now Philpott decides to go for a bit of a tumble, but they get the penalty. Stephen Mussop having a great game as Darb now seems to get a little bit aggressive here with Carter. Of course, Darb's such a great fighter, but he gets a consoling kiss by Sticks Brown, one of the most passionate players in Townsville District Rugby Union. Bob Spillane pointing out there that the elbow of Carter came into contact with Sticks Brown's kiss. It's a great kiss of that Brownie, and therefore he's sent for 10 to get his arm disinfected. He looks a bit disappointed, but somewhere deep down I think Carter enjoyed that kiss on the elbow. Now Darb's still confused about number. He's yelled out, "Catch this, Sticks." He does. Big number 5 jumps up. Taken by the skipper Michael Anderson. Now it's McClellan. Back to Shearer. Shearer pivots, kicks. It's Walsh who cleans up for Brothers. Now it's back to Fanning. He'll do the clearing kick. Up and up at fullback. Darryl Baldwin seems to run. To Shearer on the boot. Martin cleans up, touches down now. Back on the attack. Brothers don't seem to be doing much else than kicking. A lot of pressure being applied here by the Redskins. Back to another line out. Bit of confusion there, but Philpott takes his second ball of the game, sets it. McClellan, Shearer. Out to Brendan Lang. Brendan takes it forward, looking very attractive in that blue headgear. Brothers ball out their back line. It's to Moore. Moore to Moody. Back to Sticks Brown, who's a frustrated centre. Let's see what he does. He's disappointed, so he throws the ball away. Very customary mistake there from Sticks. Now Roscoe, he's got that mean face. Grrr. He's an aggressive character. Number 9. The ball goes in. It's set. Shearer. Out to the fullback, Darryl Borden, puts it to the boot. By the time again, Nev Yunker manages to get the ball up. What can happen? Back in the air again. Pressure's on. Brothers clear up. A lack of commitment there from that 5'8", who I think at one stage played for a national club. But anyway, Rowdy who they say. But anyway, back to Martin to do the drop kick. Bit of a pathetic one there. Philpott, a bit worried about being smashed, decides to let that one go over the sideline. Now Darb with the line out. He'll call again. Catch this, please, somebody. Up to Sticks. Big drive there from the forwards. It's Darb. Back to Clarence. Clarence Hobble out to Father Time again. He's getting involved. Back to Hobble again. Hobbling his way through. Ball set. A little bit of confusion there. Now it's gone. Out to Brown again. Penalty. Another great decision by this referee. Those brothers are thugs. Delicate little kick there. We get the feed for the throw-in. Back to the most attractive man in the club. Catch this again is the cry. Up by Sticks. Driving by the Redskins forward pack. It's Darb with the ball back to Hovell. Puts it on the boot. That is why the loose forward should never kick. A prime example for you young kids out there. Don't kick if you're a forward. Goes Brothers' ways. The pressure's on. Martin manages to get the boot away. Does bugger all. So Redskins will get the feed of the line out again. No, they don't. It'll go back. That's probably the first bad decision which Stephen Mussap, the referee, has done today. Yep, it went out just about there, I think. I can't really see because of my glasses, but touch judge decides to get the ball to throw in from here. Now it's the Brethren throw-in. A bit of waving, actually. They're trying to organise their back line. That ball's obviously not in straight. They'll let it go anyway, just to even up proceedings just a little bit. Now Philpott's trying to take on 10 men of his own. Gordon Allen's in there. Has a bit of a hug. He loves a bit of this body-to-body male contact, Gordo. First breakthrough, now it's Wilson who makes a covering tackle. but a bit of a knock-on, so it's Redskins feed, bit of a twisty scrum here. Shearer, something different to put it on the boot again. Great running game. It's Monty. Good old Monty on the wing. Hasn't seen much of the action, and to tell you the truth, it's probably a good thing for the Redskins. Now it's full pot, but Morton cleans up. And Hovell gets in there, has a bit of a tackle, he'll lie down, that's about it. Now Crocker, they actually fell for a dummy kick from a prop now, but Hovell will try and get back involved. Got the ball to McClellan, who dummies, tries to go himself, probably the wrong option. In fact, it definitely was, but they'll get the penalty at least. Something good came out of something very bad. On the attack again, McClellan. So they call him Pope. He just won't pass the pill, this Roscoe. He's really proven a detriment to the Redskins team. Wilson gets in there, running on one knee. Back to the scrum. An extremely fast phase of play, that. Straight into the scrum. I don't think they really know what they're doing there. Tim Tam decides to pop his head up just to pretend that he actually is doing something in this game. Gordo, another tackle. I think that's his third tackling for the game and therefore third tackling for the season. Oh, the big fella, Mal Dowd. Of course, the referee has actually penalised the Brothers team for giving it to Malcolm Dowdy. A very bad move. Another scrum. McClellan, Teixeira, something different again. We'll put it on the boot. Can it be a tactical kick, but straight down the hands of the fullback, Brian Fanning. He'll decide to go for a run. He thinks they're a bit of a weakness in his back line here and can't tackle. It's proving correct here. He runs into Tim Schomburg, who manages to get back there somehow. It's his probably first tackle for the game. Welcome to the game, young Timmy. Morton trying to control things, gets it out to Martin. Martin does bugger all, a good tackle there. That would have been from a second row of two dads who actually completed that tackle. Anyway, back to the action. Gordo decides to go for another bit of a hug. Just lying over the top. Tim Tam gives him a bit of a pat on the arse. Decides to get involved. Now it's Brothers. Morton again. Bit of a kick. Decent kick now, Monty. Good work from the great man. Monty, of course, one of the biggest wingers running around in the competition. Just that he's wearing a very, very thin jersey. Very figure-hugging. Now it's Martin, steps up Brendan Lane, he's having an absolute shocker. Now Philpott, that's not too hard to do to run around. The actual veteran, a little bit of a tap down from Darby, settles play now. The action's back. Redskins call on to do quite a bit of defence here. Got them all set. Back to Shearer, puts it on the boot, clearing kick. Doesn't find touch, surprise, surprise. Now Fanny will go from the drop goal. That's an absolute disgrace. Shearer to kick. Back to the line out. Ball seems to be set. Oh, they're throwing it back to Gordon Allen. Who does he think he is kicking? Dear oh dear, I think that's the first and last clearing kick which Gordon Allen will actually do for the rest of his life, but I suppose he can take something away from the game and that he actually got ball to boot. Morton again at the base of the scrum. Darb's looking a bit tired, just standing around. Oh, what the hell, he says. Running the angles to centre. Brothers, good maul over the top. Spread it to Martin. Martin's absolutely smashed. Actually ran into Shearer. Not a good thing to do. It wasn't so much that the man can tackle. I thought he said, well, we'll run into him, see what can happen. Looks like there's a party on Steve Hanron's leg, and Darby was invited, so was Philpott, and the number 6 on Brothers doesn't look too impressed. Darb says, hey mate, you send out the invitation of your league, we'll have a dance. Now the Jonah Lowe move of Redskins, Monty is actually calling for the ball. Let's see what will happen. He'll get it, he'll use his strength. Look at the strength as he actually pushes the Brothers team backwards. He actually pushes them backwards. The only problem is towards their try line, but it takes a big effort to drag the Brothers guys forward. Now it's out to Martin. Martin out to Fanning. Fanning makes a bit of a break. What can do? A feeble attempt from Sticks Brown, and Tim Schomburg just tries to grab him on the shorts. A pathetic attempt as Brothers post first points in this premiership decider here at Dew Street. Martin with the kick successful. Oh, they're really going to have it up against them now, the Redskins. Let's see what can happen. Plenty of time left for some of these Redskins players to restore a bit of pride after what has been a very disappointing start. Now it's Searle, he takes the ball. Back to Martin. Martin the kick, finds touch. Six Brown collects another ball as Captain Michael Anderson provides the shove. Now it's out the backs, it's to Shearer. Now it's to Lang who catches the ball, which is great. Well, Darryl Baldwin clearing downfield kick. What's happened here? Another clearing kick there from Fanning, but a great pick up from Hovell. He'll put it on his boot. The pressure's definitely on here. A bit of a mix-up, bit of a dance over to the sideline. Disgraceful play there from Brothers, but now it's up to the owners of the Redskins to see if they can actually get one back. The penalty has been called upon Brothers for trying to pull that down. Another great decision from this referee, Stefan. He'll keep his arm raised to say, come on boys, let's see if you can get on the scoreboard. Line out, 5 metres out. Great opportunity here for the Redskins. Now, Darby's actually pointing to kick it backwards, and I don't think he can actually do that, Mr. Darbs. Anyway, he'll throw it in and calls out, someone please catch this again. Goes in, sticks Brown up top. Now the shove's on. Darbs in there, joined by Wilson at the back. There's Philpott, there's Tim Tam, there's Allen. The halfback comes in looking for a try, but Sticks Brown looks to has got it down. In fact, the Redskins have scored. They've hit back. The score's now 7-5. A great try and a bit of a spit there from Michael Anderson. Some great phlegm coming out of the mouth for what has been a tremendous shove. Now, Shearer doesn't look too confident with this kick. I reckon it'll go to the left. Oh, that's a shocker. Who gave him the boot? Dear, oh dear. You may as well give Gordon Allen the kick. Brothers haven't helped their opportunities here by not going to 10 with their kick. Clarence Hovell knew that he wasn't going to get tackled then, so he thought he'd go for a bit of a run to say, hey, look, I'm here on the field. Look at me, I'm good. Now it's Roscoe, back to Shearer. Shearer gets it to Darryl. Darryl, great run. Great run. Oh, shocking pass. He's another Pope. He won't pass the pill. Decides to not pass, take it to ground. Now it's just gone to the Dogs. What's happening here now? Now Monty tries. Comedy of errors. Redskins disgraceful. Monty's superior strength didn't show up on that occasion. Gone out the backs again. When in trouble, let's kick the ball. Obviously, they're the tactics. A bit of pressure here. Redskins look as if they may score. Brothers, Walshy here looks to be very nervous. Tim gives him a shove. Picked up by Brad Lemon, who dives over to score. Tremendous stuff there. Bit of a celebration. Schomburg, Lang, but Lemon takes the honours. Oh dear, he's got that lucky left hand blue heating guard there on his arm, so I think that did the trick. Celebrations all round, and let's see if Shearer can make amends for his first disgraceful kick. His second attempt lines up, asking for silence, doesn't occur, looks to go straight through the uprights, level the scores here, 7-all here at U Street. The kick a bit longer now. It's to Monty. Monty passes it out to the fullback in Borden, who I don't think it'll find touch, will run through. Back to Morden. Morden looks to take it out wide to Fanning. Fanning, quite a decent run there. Strength in numbers as the Redskins does finally hold his progression. Now it's to the big Dowd. Dowd falls over but knocks on. Another disgrace. I don't know what they're doing at this sort of stage. Martin. He goes to ground. Gordo looking very confused there. Pointing right, pointing left. It's Dowd again. Gordo, true to form, will wrap him up for his 4th tackle of the season. Walsh, Moore, he had a look at Schomburg. Now Lemon comes through with the kick. He's looking for try number 2. Can't make the tackle. Gee, Brad, you just can't live on one try. You're going to have to do better than that. Feeble attempt to tackle there by Lang, and Brothers went to ground there just because they fell into Gordo. Now it's Shearer on the attack with the boot. Downfield again. Where did the ball go? It finally comes down. The ball's got ice on. Brothers on the defensive. Waiting for it to roll over, but no. Fanning places it down, and Brothers will have the kick restart. Darb looks to be puffing there as Clarence Hovell decides to put his hands in the air. Doesn't stop the progression of the ball. Now Philpott will make the tackle. Wilson decides to shove Roberts over the edge. It's set. Back to Martin. Brothers for the clearing kick. Hasn't made touch. Baldwin now will put it on the boot. Up it goes. He'll run through to try and put him back onside. Knocked back by Brothers. Now it's Carter, who's just come back onto the field, will run the ball. Runs into the numbers within the Redskins. Now it's Dowd. Tackled by Philpott. Not really. As play continues. Martin on the boot again, trying to break some of this pressure. The cameraman doesn't know where the ball is. But anyway, back to the fullback again. He makes the run. Let's see if he can do something stupid and do a bad pass. Let's see. He does. Disgraceful. They really wanted to score that try for himself again. He's the glory boy. He won't pass it. If he can't pass it and score it himself, well, he'll do a bad pass. Fullback. Disappointment. Now it's back to the other side of the field. Roberts will throw in for Brothers. The game very evenly poised here, tied up at 7-all. Ball goes in, taken by Searle. The push by Brothers, looking to break this deadlock. Redskins scramble. Now that's it, runs straight into Darby, manages to take him to ground. Tim Tam looks in amusement there, thinking, I don't really want to tackle, I just want to stand in the background and just maybe put a bit of pressure on at the back of them all. But anyway, it's Hubble there trying to wrap up the Brothers defenders. There's about 6 Redskins guys in there. McClellan trying to put on that angry voice and yell instructions. Let's see what happens. Runs into Tim Tam. I think the fright of his goat, he actually made Brothers drop that ball. Philpott's in there, he can't handle it. The handling skills have really left to be desired in this grand final. As play continues. Brothers looking for something, looking to settle. Now it's to Dowd again. It's amazing he hasn't been penalised again for touching the ball for at least 4 times within the minute. The Redskins will really have to hold on here with first half ticking down. Will be a crucial period of the game, but Brothers come up with a mistake. Searle looking for the try. Can he get it down? No, he doesn't, because they have been pulled up a penalty. Now Two Dads has secured the ball. Philpott comes in to rip, trying to use his strength, but what he doesn't realise is just playing too old. Give it up, Philpott. I think a lot of people have actually come to the game just hoping that the old man of Ross River Redskins will give up the game after this final. Bit of confusion here now. I think Bob Spillane has actually come onto the field and says, listen, Philpott, you're above the age barrier. Now Ross McClellan is trying to protest to say that Philpott is still young of age. But nevertheless, the referee ignores him. Brothers to have a shot at goal. And Martin puts it, bounces off the upright. Bit of pressure here for the Redskins as Brothers come through. Great side kick there by Shearer, who gets it on to Casarelli, who had a big look at Monty on the wing there. Or was it Schomburg in the centres? But nonetheless, knock on Redskins to get the penalty. A bit of push and shove there by Allen. Shocking hands there. Who was that? A former league player, I think. And Borden cleans up with a kick. Now it's picked up by Schomburg. He should get rid of the ball here. Will he? No, he thinks he wants to score himself. These players just want to score themselves. They're just big TH trophy hunters. As Hubble tries to settle play and he runs to the left. Now it clears up. Some great rucking there by the Redskins. A bit of a party on the back of Crocker. He'll have some nice Adidas 3 stripes down his back following the game. Packing another scrum. It's Morton with the feed. McClellan looking very tired. I don't think he'll even attempt to go for this ball. He'll just sort of stand there and look important. As he did. Now it's to Fanning. Fanning onto the wing. He's onto Walsh. Cleaned up there. He's still running with it, Fanning. Non-committal tackle there by Hovell, but the fullback in Borden does clean up. Now the push on from Brothers. It's Carter at the back. Carter runs into Two Dads. Two Dads, of course, would be reliving a bet which he did have in a grand final between Royals and University in New South Wales at one stage. I do believe that Two Dads actually did a half-time streak there, but I'm sure you guys can actually put it to him. Anyway, back to the football. Bit of clap of encouragement there from McClellan as Darb does throw in the ball. Sticks nice and high, driving push there from the Redskins. Only gets a couple of metres as the ball goes back for the clearing kick. Will it find touch? Yes, it does. Right on the Redskins supporters bunch, and what a good-looking bunch of fellas they are. Now, very pathetic tackle there by Lang. I don't think he's actually managed to grasp on anyone all day. It's a bit surprised that the guy even would sit on the bench for a reserve grade game, let alone a premiership decider. A twisted scrum. I don't think anyone really knows what's going on at this stage. McClellan doesn't want to get his fingernails trotted on, so he'll decide to leave it, but nonetheless it paid off, and Redskins have the penalty. They'll kick it downfield and now take the line in. They're still persisting with this dart to throw it in. He still doesn't know the numbers. Catch this, Brown, please. Go back. Yes, he does. He catches it. Now it's for the push. It's picked on by the replacement for Michael Anderson. Head-high tackle. Nonetheless, he deserves to get a cop around the head with a face like that. The penalty's given. Play on. Hovell now. McClellan to Shearer. Shearer to Lang, who manages to do something and hold on to the ball. Let's see if he loses it. He gets it back at least. At least he can do half a thing right. Confusion. McClellan. Shearer. Dummies. Goes back inside of the Brothers defender. He'll go over for score. Now let's see a bit of a Redskins cheer there. He's getting very much involved with the spirit of the Redskins as McClellan does the high fives. A bit of a hug by Schomburg. And Brad Lamb had a bit of a consolatory sort of pat on the back there as the high fives all round as the Redskins hit the front and this premiership decider for the first time in the game. Now the conversion. Can they add the extra two? Of course, the light now falling on U Street as the floodlights do hit on it. So Redskins do get the conversion and go further ahead. Now the pressure is going to come on. Let's see what they can do if they can hold it out. Now McClellan catches the ball, which is something very rare in this level of football, as Borden kicks it downfield just to say a bit of hello to the Redskins supporters as the ball goes back up for the line out. Now it's Searle. Now it's Wilson. Wilson decides to get involved, having done nothing for the last 15 minutes. Although the momentum of this Redskins forward pack seemed to have picked up. I think actually one of the props of Redskins have actually gone off. Michael Anderson on, in fact, the captain. So that will do the club great wonders, having a bit more speed out there and someone not to complain about some little minor injury of having a sore back. But anyway, let's see if McKay can hold on and get this grand final victory. Now it's Moody. Moody wrapped up by Schomburg. Wilson looking to get more involved as he needs to. Now it's to Martin, tries to run, tries to go left, but it's Two Dads, the stripper, who slammed him to ground. The Redskins didn't manage to secure the ball as a big tackle there by Shearer again. Now it's to the Brothers defender who goes to ground. Now it's to Morton, back into the centres. Hovell, a pathetic tackle. Just tried to grab him. He doesn't want to use his shoulder. He's scared of getting hurt. Pulled up again, but a great decision from this referee, giving the penalty to Redskins. He hasn't done it. Maybe he's done one thing wrong. Shearer puts in the grubber.
Oh, well done, Brian. Come on. Go, Brian.
Fanning, without the headgear, runs through. Philpott tries to steal. Well, it's Allen, in fact. It's Gordon Allen. Hovell tries to have a bit of a slap of the ball. Very pathetic attempt. He may as not run at the defender as the fullback Borden has a shocker and drops it over the line. Sticks Brown again. Up again. And again. He catches. Back to Shearer. The tactic working quite well in terms of getting the ball downfield to put the pressure on the Brothers team. Now Roberts to throw it in for the Blue and Whites. It's won by them. Well, partly, but Casarelli, who's having an absolute shocker, drops the ball. And Rossi's come onto the field and absolutely smashed Dowdy. He says, "You're too fat. You can't play the game at this level." And he's knocked to the ground. "Rossi, you thug. You should go and play for the Australian Army team." Now Borden does the grubber. He finds touch. Redskins looking good at this stage, but can they hold them as the Redskins cheer goes on? That's right, even the crowd's shouting out for Rossi to hold the ball. I think the potential of that man has flicked his way into a couple of rep teams to come on in the last 10 minutes of the game, having not bothered to turn up for any game of the season. Well, is that man a trophy hunter or not? If you're near Rossi, I think he deserves an uppercut. But anyway, to the football again. Penalty awarded to Brothers. A bit of ball work here. Now, Fanning tries to create something. Has been far and away the best player for Brothers during this grand final. As Rossi decides to have a bit of a push. Ball's up now. Baldwin at the back. What can he do? Oh, he stuffs it. Absolute buggers it. Now Rossi, he decides to make it up to try and improve, but he even throws the ball forward. Dear oh dear, Redskins are really seeming to fall apart here. Potential to score, but clearing kick by Shearer. Up in the air. Fanning looks to clear up. Now it's to Fanning again. Up to the centre. Schomburg drags him to ground. Now it's Hubble, the loose forward roll, playing that very well at this stage of the game, looking to hold on. The ball's gone to the side. Redskins throw, won by Brothers. McClellan having a bit of a feel of Rossi's arse there, say, come on boy, push that G-string up. Now Wilson, his first touch of the whole game, it's taken him 65 minutes. Now Borden, he does something different also and kicks. Now it's to Fanning. Fanning looking to inspire this team as Moody receives the ball. Look at that. Steps around Rowdy Shearer. Martin goes to the air, out to the wing. Schomburg doesn't want to pick the ball up. He's scared of being jumped on, so he kicks it. Did that achieve anything? No, I don't think so. Now Gordon Allen, I think that may be the big man actually coming off the field. Time will tell. I think we have John Brown who's on the field there. Of course, one of the smallest forwards in the competition and one of the ugliest at that. Redskins actually put him on the field because the rest of the players in the team and also the supporters are sick of Brownie actually scabbing cigarettes off them. Looks as Shearer looks as if he wants to clobber someone. He's looking aggressive. Oh, he does. He gets the elbow up. That was so rehearsed. The man is having a very average game. He decides to take his frustrations out on another player. Totally unprofessional. Now, if this referee has any sense, I think he'll send him off. But to me, Darby Lewis says, look, he's just new to the game. He's not very good. He's not going to make too much of a difference. Can you please let him on? His mum and dad, his wife and kids have turned up for the game. Please don't send him from the field. He's going, listen, we're supposed to love and hug each other. See? Dub loves it. I want you to hug. Hug people. It's a loving game. That's what it's all about. Now, Morgan complains, saying, listen, you don't do the shoulder charge, you hug. Listen to the crowd, they're saying, hug, hug. They're calling for the fiberglass tape to try and tape up his jaw. Let's see if he can last for the rest of the game as Brothers do get the penalty. Now it's Fanning looking. He'll step around Lemon. Easy, too easy as Brown comes around and cover the fence and slings him to the ground. Well, things have changed. Tackle made again. Oh, it's good to see he didn't drop the elbow there and he's learnt to hug. Well done, young man. He's learnt the hugging game. Now look, Wilson comes in for the hug. He's a man who loves the hug. Now even Brendan comes in for the hug. He says, mate, no hugs from you. He gets shoved aside and he's lying on the ground in disappointment saying, listen guys, I just want a hug. Wilson, does he know what he's doing? Penalty to Brothers, Casarelli. Now it's down in Redskins territory. Of course, Redskins looking to get out. Now Darb still hasn't picked up the numbers. He's saying, come on Sticks, catch this please. And he does. Thank Christ, the big second rower. Of course, the second row being the most smartest and intelligent position on the field, does well. The clearing kick's a shocker. He's disappointed. Anyway, we'll get on with the game. Roberts throws it in. Brothers wins. Now it's Casarelli. Can he actually do something decent for the game? Oh, feeble attempt of tackle by Brown. He makes one and thinks he can miss the rest. Now it's Hanron. Hanron gives it, don't argue. Rossi decides to have some contribution to the game, as Wilson and Darb have a little bit of a wrestle there, some sort of slinging match. What they've got to learn is they've got to tackle. That's it, Wilson. That's it, buddy. Looking to set, goes to the left. Now it's to Carter. Two dads, the stripper, makes the tackle. Now it's Hanron. He's wrapped up. Good rucking game. It's only Darby's head. It's fine. It's fine. As the game continues, a bit of a swing to ground there, a bit more of aggression as brothers look to try and get back into this match. Scrum to set. They'll look for the clearing kick. I dare say they'll look for about 60 or 70 metres. Let's see how this one goes. Predictions come true. Can I pick them or what? Goes 70 metres. Now Brian Fanning, the fullback's got a bit of work to do, but I dare say he'll step a few. He goes through Darryl Allen. Too easy. Now Monty shrubs him off. Wilson, does he want to tackle? He decides to go for a bit of a grab. He can't make the second one. The boy's looking very tired, running on one knee. Now it's back to Hanron. Hanron goes to ground. Brothers have it set. Morton goes to the right. Now it's to Casarelli. Casarelli gets it to Fanning, the fullback. He's been making quite a deal of ground. Runs through a few. Back to Casarelli. Now it's to Moore. Easily runs past Schomburg. Now it's to Roberts. Roberts tackled by Wilson, or some sort of tackle at least. Rossi wants to have a bit of a lean. He's really a bit too tall and just a little bit too unfit to really make any sort of impact in this game. But hey, he wants a premiership trophy. Now it's to Moody. Moody looks to run. Goes through McClellan. McClellan actually does a copybook tackle, probably for the second time in his life. Casarelli. Back to Hanron. Hanron makes some ground. Does the palm off Brown. Manages to get him to ground with the assistance of the fullback in Borden. Brothers making some progress here. Can they hit back? Yes, they've got the try. Some feeble defence there by the Redskins. They're in front at this point in time, but obviously they think they can shut up shop as the crowd has gone silent. Martin converts the extras. The difference down to a converted try. Can Brothers come back and steal this victory from the jaws of defeat? Shocking kick. Who did that? Dear oh dear, Redskins are really resting on their laurels at this stage. Getting very, very tired. One of the worst kicks you'll ever want to see. Of course, Brothers have got the halfway feed to the scrum. Morton's wrapped up. Looks like a forward pass, but the Searle takes it forward. The referee has ignored the forward pass as Tudaz tries to get involved, but really very ineffectual. But at least they get the penalty, take the kick, and will go to the side for a line-out. Now with the Brothers in striking distance with the converted try, I think Ross River should try for the drop goal. Let's see what happens. McClellan makes a surge. Now let's see if they can set this drop goal up. Over the top by Brown, some good stepping on heads. That's what the game's all about, stepping on heads and hugging. Now it's back to Shearer for the drop goal. Does he get it? Looking to the referee. He gets it. Redskins. They look as if they've secured victory in this grand final as the Redskins supporters go up. Now Nev Junker, of course, he's been on the sideline having cigarettes at will. His hands up as the Redskins cheer squad puts up the flags. Now it's Martin up with the ball. Brothers are going to have to come back strong. Now Sticks Brown takes the ball as he's crunched in that tackle. Redskins looking to get involved. They have secured the possession. Back for the clearing kick. Doesn't look as if it'll make touch. We'll go back to the fullback in Fanning, who has been called on to do a ton of work. Of course, Fanning having been involved in 2 losing rugby league premierships, both with Brothers, is staring down the barrel of his 3rd grand final defeat. And I'll tell you what, I think the Redskins will really feel for him. Brothers a shot, just throwing the ball willy-nilly. The pressure trying to be put on by the Redskins. Moore setting in midfield there. Brothers look to have won the ball. Yes, to Morton. Morton looking for a bit of a delicate kick. Monty takes the ball. Well, he's done something. The strength of the man to actually hold off 2 defenders as Rossi comes over the top just to have a little bit of a lie down and drop a little bit of a shoulder as Wilson's looking at some pace there. He didn't get the ball, so he decides to actually sling a player as the ball goes up again, right to the Redskins supporters. He decided to actually take Shearer off early. He's had too many mistakes, some poor kicking, some poor handling, so they've kicked him off to see if something better can happen for the Redskins to hang on to this victory. Maybe it was a tactical move by coach Tony Whiteman, who is currently smoking his 537th rollie and looking a picture of health. On the line, can Redskins secure this game with a victory? It's given to Hobble. Hobble's over, put the ball down. They look to have won the game to secure the match. Oh no, it's a penalty. Penalty. Referee Musap says no, Clarence Hobble, he can't score in this game. He's just here for the trophies. I'm not going to allow him just to turn up to get a trophy for scoring a try. Good decision there. Very fair decision there from the referee Musap. Now as Darby collects the ball, he's looking for a try. They're all looking for a try, in fact. Looks as if Brownie will want to try and score a try. Oh, he does get the ball. He calls for it. He's smashed. A guy that small, how can he make an impact? Now it's Hobble. He's looking for a try. I dare suggest that the referee will blow it up and call a penalty to Brothers to prevent any Redskins player, in particular Clarence Hobble, from scoring, as Darby wants to try and score again. Oh, they're just playing for themselves. As the game's winding down, it looks as if the full-time siren will just about go. The penalty to Brothers. But it's all too late. The Redskins have won the grand final. Celebrations, plenty of kissing, hugging. That's what the game's about, hugging.
Big hand. It's a great game of football. And congratulations to the Ross River Redskins.
Great win. Now Coach Tony Whiteman's looking to run onto the field to have a hug. Look at his run. No one wants to hug him. Oh dear, oh dear, as everyone gets involved now. Oh, great win. The first premiership from the Ross River Redskins, defeating Brothers. Tremendous victory all round. And finally, Whiteman gets a hug at the back there. Ah, poor fellas. Don't worry about it. Mighty, mighty Redskins.